Welcome back, everybody, to the third and final piece to Stay Burn Proof with Shayne Miller 2.0. And if you missed the first or second video, definitely go back, check it out. Great stuff. And we're having a blast. We're having a good time. We actually had this take we had to do like 12 times because
there's a lot of cuts.
We're having a lot of fun here. I haven't seen you in a while. I miss you, buddy. I miss you. It's good. It's always good times with Shayne. So, before I ruin our video again.
Yeah, we're going to be good this time. We're good.
What is the third and final piece to staying burn proof?
So I think it is to never stop reveling in your wins. And
reveling. We going back to Anchorman. All right. Okay. All right. I'm ruining it again. All right. So tell me more. What does that mean? What does it mean? What does it mean to revel?
No, I get so one thing I feel like I've realized is when you first start out, every time you get a win, like there's this crazy excitement, right? You probably think back to when you first started getting people signed up.
Oh my gosh, man!
You probably
it didn't even matter what it was, dude. It didn't even matter what it was, and you're just like, oh my gosh, like this is amazing, yeah, yeah.
But as time had gone on, I'm sure, and what I've noticed too is you kind of start taking those for granted. You take those moments for granted, and you start to maybe dwell on some of the more negative situations. So you're more worried about that customer that's a pain. Different situations for you, but like for me, the supplier that might be late on a quote all the time, just dumb things where those are the ideas and the images that take over, and you kind of lose sight of the fact that there's obviously more good than bad, or you wouldn't be where you're at right now.
We're correct. Oh so,
just never stop.
We're still here. We're still in business.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
So just don't stop. Understanding that every time you get those wins, like you got to still treat them for what they're worth. I mean, when you get a win, you should applaud it. You should celebrate it.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a lot of times where I had stopped doing that, just not thinking about it. You know.
It's weird.
I just feel like it's important. It's important because it's motivating.
Yeah, and it's human nature to just you kind of become numb. Like if it's happened before, it's just like not this. Yeah, I mean, it's just like same deal as to why does James Schleicher want that new pair of shoes when he has 8 pairs that look exactly like the. I'll tell Erica, we think about these pair of shoes. She's like, they look exactly like the other 12 pairs. You know what I mean? But like, it's just always whatever we have, just seems to lose its. It loses its sizzle. It loses its revelry. Whatever. But. So how are there certain things that you'll do for yourself or for the family, for your the guy that helps you out behind the scenes? Like how is there certain ways that you try to celebrate and make sure that you're still celebrating those wins?
So every time I get an order now, I take a shot. So I took 8 before I got here.
You're lying. Yeah. No wonder you're so funny.
I just try to understand and appreciate, internally. For me, every time I get a win, in what I do, it's an application, it's application based. So and by application, I mean applying, not application on your phone. Right?
Got it. Mm-hmm.
So, when I do something better than the last guy or the other guys did that I'm up against. Mm-hmm. I try to take a moment to appreciate what I've done, or pat myself on the back like I used to before. But I don't go out of my way to do anything, abnormal. And I do definitely try to take, when Jace is going above and beyond for us, and just the other day he did a good follow up that we got an order on right away, and I'm like, nice work, man.
Jace, you the man.
Yeah. So,
all right.
And he stays on top of stuff like this. Hey, should we follow up with this guy? And I'm like, absolutely. And then he did, and the order came in. It's like, well, without him in that situation, that order probably would not have come in, or could not have come in. So I thanked him. I'm like, nice work,
Yeah. You find that so for example, what I and I'm thinking of a moment earlier this week. Gary and I were working on. He's very close to hitting an extremely difficult goal that's kind of been the mission since I stole him back to work with us, and it was just got off the phone with the person and they decided to move forward, and I couldn't. I think it's like if it was just me on that, I'd be like, all right, cool. I gotta put in my calendar, follow up next steps. But since it was for my team, Dude, I was just like jumping in there, like, yeah, like it was like a touchdown celebration. Like it just kind of like that that 3-pointer to win the game. Just that was a big thing for me was see Mike Ross. So we're in the co-ed. So every time Mike Ross wins, I jump for joy. If I could do a backflip, I would, buddy.
Work on it.
Okay, I'll work on it. All right, cool. So backflip lessons after this. So we get swimming lessons and backflip lessons.
Nice.
But no, so like for me, I literally am like running through the office, just like yes, like, and just so I guess too, you find that having that team aspect, does that help you celebrate more as well?
Yeah, I think a lot of things have changed the more team-oriented and the more he's gotten involved.
Yeah.
And probably a lot of my perspective has changed too,
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably twofold, there's probably a lot of reasons, but you feel partially responsible for somebody too, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, man. No stress there, right?
Right. It's like having another kid. So, but not really. But no, it's tough.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the team aspect definitely kind of puts a different level of respect to the situation in general, but there's probably a million things that affects.
Mm-hmm.
I know that we've started looking at things and digging into numbers and things that I probably would have never done if I was just no time.
Yeah.
Just no time for one person.
Oh yeah, you can't do it all. Yeah.
But the wins, the team wins are the best.
Yeah.
It's no fun celebrating on your own.
Yeah.
I go home and tell my wife, man, I just had this great meeting. We got this order on this thing, and we kicked the crap out of this other company. And she's like,
awesome.
Now, and then when I say it to
the
him,
dishes are calling.
You and Gary. Yeah.
Erica's
awesome.
Like, good for you. You forgot to do this. So like, dang it.
I know. Yeah. Clip your wings immediately.
Dude, that's all right. They keep us grounded. They keep us. But
grounded?
No,
You're always grounded.
Yeah. What's that?
You're always grounded. Stuck in your room.
Erica.
She grounds you.
Oh man, I get so.
Like a week, day.
Usually she's pretty good. A couple hours, and then I'm.
So you're not getting in that big of trouble.
Yeah. No. It's alright. Well, I've learned. She's taught me well over the years, but no, I think, and that's what I've found is I'm a team workaholic. You know what I mean? So like, especially not like I said with the family, it helps put in perspective. Like for me, life was work until I met Erica, and then so just kind of, there's still that we talk about like that the wanting to win and the competitiveness, and I think it's just kind of you get to a point where.
A comfort level.
Yeah, a comfort level, but then too, so you add that team dynamic. It's just like talking about those things you talked about in the first 2 videos, and I'm just not the best. I'm just not the best at like just clearly, rattling off. Okay, step 1, step 2, like in like financial meetings. Like it's just weird. Like I have like this extreme balance of ADD and OCD. So like when I am locked on to what I'm doing in a meeting or something I'm really focused on, dude, like you can't. It's like with like a pit bull, like just like you can't pull me off. Like once my teeth are sunk in, like good luck, So I'm very good at like we're gonna do this next up here, but just interacting with the team. So you talk about you don't have time, and that was something. And I apologize to everybody that's ever had to work with me ever. It was, whether I was consciously thinking it or subconscious, it was just kind of like, I don't have time to to set aside and give you all the backstory and all the information. Just like figure it out. Like, 'cause I think too, like that's just everything that our team is. A lot of it is just figure it out, but it can't be the Schleicher figure it out method anymore. You know what I mean? Like we have to have some type of
standards or something.
You know what I mean? Like just, it's like I think I got lucky that, like with Gary's like winning the lottery, with Reed's like winning the lottery, like it just kind of like there was just the right person for the right role for the right team. I mean, it was so just kind of like I got spoiled pretty quickly with just thinking that hey, we'll slap a Team IB logo on you and That's all I gotta do. You know, and like so hashtag,
right.
hashtag. You know, so
You branded them.
Yeah, you know, but that's what I realized was like, I think so. Like this most recent win with Gary, it was like, it was the culmination of everything that we've been fighting for a long time, and it makes me feel extra good because I wasn't giving him the time, and I wasn't giving him the time, and by not giving him the time, it was just there was just not the correct communication happening. So like there was nothing being celebrated.
You can always fix it.
You can always say it again.
You can always fix it.
You can always fix it. All right, tell me more.
I'm going through the same situation right now where, just, again, as we're starting to like dig into things and look at, where the time's been spent, where the money's been made, and just, realizing, man, we need to make some adjustments. There's some customers that, we backburnered because projects were going on here or there. And, so the idea is, to go and try to rekindle, right? And try to make something happen. So, I mean, I guess what I'm saying is I understand, like, I get where you're coming from.
Okay.
We've been doing it this way for X amount of time, and, we realize where that's hurt us in other places, maybe helped us in others, and it's just consistent evaluation. I mean, as long as you're cognizant of it, you don't get stuck in your ways, and you're not willing to listen to outside, opinions or evaluate yourself and see what's going on. If you're not willing to do that, then you're not going to go very far, I don't think. But yeah, you're doing it right. I mean,
how do you? So like we're talking about like other people's opinion, especially when it's like it's your business. Yeah, I mean like it's never like you are not the type of human being that's like it's my business. We're doing it my way, no matter like that's not. I mean like you're gonna make it happen. You're gonna get your way from the standpoint of like. You're going to find a way to be successful, and you're going to find a way to, I mean, that's the thing, that's your whole business is around finding a solution for a problem. Like that dude, since I've known you, like, my mom's internet was down at her daycare, like, why would you call the internet company? You just call Shayne. Shayne will come over and
figure it out.
Just, just like, yeah, man.
I like fixing things.
Yeah, so I think that, I think that that's the time like the celebration is not in necessarily, like, obviously you need money to grow the business, stay in business, all that.
Yeah.
But I think,
unlimited funds would be great.
It would be fantastic. It would be fantastic. But, it's just,
anyone's watching.
Anybody, has $1 bajillion laying around, let us know. We'll take it. Get with it. Come on. All right, so, but the key, I just totally threw me off. The key being that
I broke him.
The key being that for you it's all about fixing a problem.
Yeah.
And for me it's all about I'm always trying to get someone past the finish line. I'm just saying
everything's fixing a problem.
What's your goal? And then what's standing in our way? What mountain do we have to move?
Every product in the world is about fixing a problem.
Yeah, that's it. And does it solve?
Wearing a watch, why? You need to be able to tell time when you're not near
Superman on it.
Oh, that's why. Yeah. Shoes, because your feet would be destroyed without them.
Because I had to have custom Team IVB Air Force Ones.
Do you really?
Oh, dude, yeah. So
that's pretty gnarly.
That was before kids. And I was just I need these. So
I could tell.
So dumb. So yeah. But no. So I think. Yeah, just like the celebration of helping someone move forward, like that is what moves us forward, and I think that you have to celebrate. One thing too that like, I'm very lucky that I have just great people in my life that just, cause I don't know, man. Like for me, it's just kind of where I take the most pride is like I don't need to celebrate. Like who has time to celebrate? I don't need to celebrate. I don't need no stinking trophy. I don't need this. I don't need that. Like let's just get back to work. Kind of just. So I guess, are there certain moments where you try to like catch yourself like saying like, hey, now is the time to cross paws for a little bit, or like, and you have. I have
been, and I didn't start out that way, but yeah. I've definitely taken more time now than I ever have, and now I'm feeling very guilty for all of that time that I've taken.
Okay.
I will say that. So I'm in that moment where. looking to reverse it. But I think it's it's needed. I mean, we took our first trip since I started the company here a few weeks back. We did a big 60th birthday party for my dad, and so my sister, brother-in-law, niece and nephew, everyone, we all went down. We got this big old cabin in Pigeon Forge. Took the kids around a bunch. It was a great time. I mean, it was an awesome trip.
Yeah.
But it was just something that we just hadn't done. There was just no unwind time. It was just I'll grind. No unwind, I'll grind. It was rough, man. I mean, and this is no joke, too. My car's actually, Eric, obviously, my car's at Eric's shop right now.
Okay.
I just dropped it off.
Yeah.
84,000 miles on that car. I bought it last February. Put that into perspective. That doesn't count the 15 or 20 trips that I've taken out of state where I've rented cars.
Yeah.
On flights.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot.
It's a lot of time.
Road warrior. So, I mean, I feel like I wouldn't be where I am right now if I didn't do that. But now is kind of time to, evaluate, right? I've got all this, it's like, I feel like I'm planning a battle, man. Like I'm the colonel right now. I've got this big map in front of me. This is where everything's at.
Yeah.
Where's the money at? Where are the people at? Who wants to work with us? Who's really not getting back to us?
Yep.
And then how do we fix each one of those situations and determine where to go from here? And that's kind of what I'm spending more time doing right now, is just trying to plan, because I feel like, without a plan.
Dude.
Without a plan. It all starts with a plan.
I saw, it was a Warren Buffett quote that I saw, and it warmed my heart. It's like, Captain Plan. But it was just like, I guess like even an idiot with the plan can do better than a genius without one, or something like that. So just, but just, I think that you're talking about the grind, and then trying to forcing yourself to unwind a little bit. But I'm even thinking like with you, like that whole trip for your dad and everything, like that's something everyone's gonna remember forever. And I try to remind myself too, is like my family's not gonna be like, here lies James Schleicher on November 1st, 2019, he had the biggest 401k roller of his life, just kind of like has nothing, like there is a lot of the business stuff that is just, to us, it's like super memorable, but it's like the people that we want to be with us along for the ride, and
that's make memories with them too.
Oh yeah, man. It's like, so, that's. You talk about going to business war, man. Business war, like it's cutthroat. There's
a lot of competitors out there.
A lot of competitors, and a lot of them don't fight fair. They don't tell the truth. They don't. I mean, there's a lot of crap out there.
You gotta hope. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's
it really is like one.
It is. I mean that's how I've always viewed it. Was just like, dude, this is like, it's gonna be intense. We're gonna fight, and it's but then I'm a win. Like after I lose a bunch of times, but no, I think that's cool, man. So like just making sure you're still soaking up that moment where things do go right, because I feel like it's just. Yeah, human nature, man. You just get drawn to the things that are wrong.
Yeah, don't forget to try to respect all those wins too.
Yep, it's big, man.
They're not. They shouldn't be taken for granted.
Yeah, love it, cool, man. And then so speaking of like business being war, so you got it. We were talking about your team, working the team. It's like, how do you keep the troops happy? You know what I mean? Like it's like. Technically, they're fighting our war with us. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like too, like you have someone who's all in, and like this isn't just Shayne's war. This is our war. This is ETS's war.
Someone very proud every time we win. Really likes to see the orders come through. Yeah, someone who's, because they understand too where he understands too where we're at today and where we could be.
Correct. Oh yeah.
Especially when you can see the numbers, you see the potential, you see the names of the company that we're working with.
Yeah.
I'm not name dropping on camera, but
we're
doing all right.
It's cool.
The point is the upside, the potential with patience, is significant. So it's worth getting happy about.
Awesome.
See what happens.
Awesome. Very cool, man. Very cool. Anything else to add?
No, thanks for having me back. I appreciate it.
Thanks,
I'm glad to be here, man. A lot's changed. We talked about that.
I know, man.
Recapping, I guess.
Well, it took us a couple months to actually schedule this.
Yeah, I've been out of town a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah,
so
man. I respect that.
We've spent a lot of time on the road, and actually, so I have today. I have next week in town. I had this week mostly in town, and then next week I've got mostly in town. And by in town, I mean like no flights.
Yep.
So I'm still driving, and probably like one
Yeah.
day out. But yeah, that's in town for me. And then after that, it's back to the grind. I got flights out to Tennessee and all over. So it's do it while I can. Get in here and appreciate it.
This is a celebration, man.
This is a
celebration. Shayne 2.0. So my man, dude.
Thanks for having me, brother.
Love you. So cool. Thank you so much for joining us on this third and final piece of Staying Burn Proof. And again, take everything Shayne's saying and put it into action. Take it to heart. You know, again, we talked about being wise. You know, understand where you're at in life, but also understand where your business is at in life and where your team's at. So, all right, very cool. Well, so until next time,
stay burn proof.